Welcome back. We're back. It's been too long. Um, Today's a very unique video. Um, I don't know how long the video is, and I don't edit my videos, so this could be long. I'd be very pleased to find out that it's short. But the premise of the video is very simple. It's one thing. Is I've thought for like the past few days and like attempted even in like the last few videos of like I want to learn something. You know what I mean? Like I want to learn like the tokenizer. There's AI generated code by Vault Chat or Claude or whatever, and I'm looking at it and I don't understand it. I want to understand it. So what are we gonna do about it? My first solutions, I tried to be smart about it. Is okay. We live in the future. We have AI. You know, I should be able to. There's got to be some sort of like nice, intelligent solution for me to like effectively learn this other than brute force. Um, well, despite my best efforts, I could not come up with something that I was like happy with or like fully agreed with. So, but I know I want this done. I really want this done. So, what I concluded on is I'm, you know, it's me, you know, is uh, I'm the verifier of whether or not I understand this or not. And like, okay, so then I just go indefinitely. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I look at the code, I read the code. If I'm confused, I write it down. And I loop and I loop and I loop and I loop until I'm satisfied with my understanding of the code. And to be honest, that like under that satisfied understanding likely looks like me retyping the file, you know? Ideally from recall, but not strictly. Is like I'm really hoping this video isn't too long, but like, I could even imagine is like, well, even that exercise of like, say like once I understand it, then I retype it from scratch. Me retyping something from scratch and making it work, that's like an hour to an hour and a half, probably. Sorry. Which means how much time am I going to spend prior to like fully internalizing what's going on? I'm unsure. So hopefully I'm successful. I've set this goal. I was like, I'm just going until I've got this down pat. Um, and hopefully this is fun. But we're going to find out. This is as live for you as it is live for me. Um, so what's the first thing? First thing we're gonna open bulk chat. Okay. I don't think I have much of an intro. I think, you know, I'm gonna focus on maintaining the fact that I want to say everything out loud. But we have, let's see, we have GLM practice, and this is, yeah, no, this is the one that didn't work. This is like, how do I say? I tried to do the middle ground of like, okay, Claude generated the whole thing. I have completely unrelated to it. I don't understand it whatsoever. What if Claude generated the functions and then I was responsible for the in betweens, the interweaving and the connections? That didn't really work out either. It's like, so we had the data, we had the data.py, it could generate some text for us, and then we started with the tokenizer. So we have this, and it's just a lot. It's not that, how to say, the tokenizer is supposed to be like really simple, and I could have like, how to say, if I wanted to just be through it, I could just have like the tokenizer be the characters. You know what I mean? Because every character gets like a unique thing and blah 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 blah. But like, no, I don't like it. It's like I need to be very strict with myself in the sense that like, okay, I'm bad at code. How am I gonna get good at code? Dude, you have to write code, you know? There's no amount of discussion that's going to close the gap, you know? And I've never been really good at like SAT or leak code or like brunt brute force things, you know what I mean? Where like you just like do it over and over and over and over. But that's what we're gonna try to do today. Is like we're going for brute force. And hopefully it's not too embarrassing, like seeing me like fumble around like this. Is like this guy has no clue what he's doing. And how do I say? My ideal case is that imagine like this video does well, and then there's just some like YouTube guru guy that like watches it and tells me like, or guy or girl, you know what I mean? That watches the video and lets me know, um, yeah, dude, you're a chud. Like this is what you should have done. Someone else more intelligible than me understands and steers me in the right direction. So let's see. Um, do we want to read it? GLM practice, GLM plain. tokenizer. I'm going to try to read it. And there's actually multiple. Let's see. There's two versions of it. This is the actual one. And then this is the one that's been stripped down and simplified. So I guess my very first thing is I guess I want to compare them a little bit. Let's see. So let's do the plain one. Only dependencies are JSON and counter. Counter, I don't fully know what it is still myself, but like when I was having my discussions with Claude and like Vault Chat, like, well, for example, if I don't know what this counter module package, etc. does, how can I understand like preceding things? So in that, I ended up, sort of like diffusively learning the answer, but still. So let's see. Contiguous counter. I'm unfamiliar with zip. Counts. I've learned that counts returns a dictionary, so the keys are just going to be, how to say, the keys are the pairs, and it initializes everything as 0. And we'll just like, add. I don't know what zips does. And I think I remember learning something about like there's like a fixed number of functions. So like there's get pair counts, there's merge, there's the class of the tokenizer. This is the plain version. So even the normal one still has the class. Okay. And then train. Training is just going to be the main thing of, yeah, and it's going to return. No. Train is going to return. Oh boy. They both is train. Let's see. Learn the vocabulary. Return self. Okay. Train is going to return self. Let's see. Oh, how do I do this? Okay. So this is an initialized, how to say it? So on jump, is it going to read train? It returns self, but it's never, we don't mean store the class into like a variable or anything. We just train it. And then what's going to be returned is going to be named toke. Oh no. My phone just died. This is a fantastic start for the video. Let's see. Yeah, so that'll say connecting for a little bit. It's a little bit awkward. I don't even think we're like 10 minutes into the video. I don't even know if we're 5 minutes into the video. Let's see. But again, this is still going up. Like, I would never watch this on YouTube myself. Let's see. I don't know how I would keep your attention. Let's see. If I go, oh my goodness, he's typing. Hi, I'm still here. I'm still here, everyone. Webcam. And give me 5 seconds. Go live. Allow. And this should bring us back. Perfect. Okay. Awkward. I apologize. Oh, and now I've got this, how to say, the cable is in a very awkward spot. That's another thing I'm letting loose about recording this video is, and maybe I shouldn't, is because I've sort of accepted that this video is going to take forever. I'm not in as much of a rush to have like output at every moment, but I think I should. I feel like that force that I've had in the other videos, even though they're already long, they're already like an hour long. That's an hour of like just dense thinking like continuously. So I shouldn't. I don't want to relax just because I've accepted that this video is going to take like crazy long. So what's in my mind is I want to have a notes file. is like I want to note the things that like I want to come back to and that I'm confused on, so I can address them. So there's this function. It does some stuff. It's a very simple function. Again, I'm not a CS. Let's see. Okay, merge BP tokenizer. And this is the class. The class is return objects on initialization. Let's see. We have merges. But whatever reason, I think merges is like the thing that outputs as a JSON, which I think is quite strange. Where do we ever get the JSON? Sample? No. I don't think I have control F here. Whoa, since when? Um, what am I looking for? JSON. Save. Okay, so, but what are we saving? Yeah, it's saving the merges. I think that's very weird. Um, let's see, save. When is save called? It exists, but it's not called. Oh, I guess it's called in train.py, like when it's actually used. Let's see. We have the tokenizer. We have train. Interesting that we have to import it. I feel like that's interesting. Let's see. Save. Toke save. Okay, interesting. So we get the tokenizer, we build it, we save it, and we return it. And then when do we proceed to use it? Get tokenizer IDs equals build them, following the configuration and using the token object. Actual vocab size. I think this is probably just like the length of something. Let's see. But it would exist in our tokenizer. Is I would lose it. Yeah, I'd do it. Okay, actual vocab size. Self.vocab. Perfect. And like for example, at property, I've never used that for a class in Python ever. So please. Okay. So what are we gonna do? I think I need a notepad. I think I need a notepad, and I'm going to write the things, or I'm going to type the things that are confusing me. I technically have I have the whiteboard with me. How do I say? I could write things here, or I could type them in Vault Chat. Why would I want to draw them? I think I want to draw them. I think I do. I don't know which one's faster though. I don't know if I'm a faster typer or a faster writer. I don't want to waste time writing. So let's see. I have to expand it first. Oh, is that not? That's not going to be good. Okay. um, let's do it like this. You guys can get a big view of my face. Okay. I like that. I prefer more iPad. Okay. So I have my iPad here. Let's see. Please don't disconnect. And you can see what I'm writing. We're synced. That's I won't even get into it. I've had a lot of struggles with this not working. Okay. So this is this is the messy one. How did we transfer to that already? I thought we were in the clean one. See, and maybe that's it. I don't know. Like it's actually using underscore for all the helpers. I don't think that's true in the plain version. And it's not true in the way that I write Python. Maybe I should. I don't know. I've never written Python in production. Um, let's see. So there's get pair counts. And to be honest, I think I'm already regretting the fact that I'm writing this out. That's taking too long, and this isn't something that's AI accessible in the sense that like I write it and then I ask the Vault Chat agent for like assistance on it. No, I think I would much rather. How do I say? That's taking too much time, and I can do better inside of the app. So let's see. Let's do it. Yeah, let's open intro. We'll do this, and then I'll go down, I guess. Sure. So get pair counts. What does counter do? Let's see. What does zip do? I feel like this, like, how do I say? I would have to get this right by the end of the video. You know, is like I complete this whole thing, and I show that, oh, now I understand counter, now I understand zip, and I actually do understand what's going on in this code. I feel very silly. I don't know. I'm just being honest. I feel silly. Okay, what does zip do? Merge ID pairs. I think, should I do a trace? By trace, I mean like, how do I say? We have main. What's the first thing we're going to do? We have a sample. Toke. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to expand our sample. We're just going to copy it 5 times, and we're going to define vocab size inside of train BPE. Okay. And training that, so text is our sample. Our samples are text. We defined our vocab size, and I don't know what verbose does. It's probably just a toggle. Convenience. Learn a tokenizer from raw text. Sure. BP tokenizer. Okay. We're going to get one object, and we're going to train it. And training it is going to return the object itself as well. So it's fine. Okay. And then, how do I say? Text. Text is text. Vocab size is the same, and so is verbose. It's just defaulted to false. Training. Okay. Defaulting to false still. I guess that's just code practice. Let's see. Train self, because we're now in the object, or we're in the class. The text and the vocab size. Text and vocab size are what we're using to train. So we have a goal vocab size. I guess it's sort of a target. Assert that our vocab size is over 256. Why? And okay, I'm already saying like off the bat, I'm feeling better. Is like, how do I say? I've been wanting to read code linearly, which I don't know. Maybe that's just not how you're supposed to read code. It's like, I don't know, dude. Like, I know how to read code. I'm reading it right now, but it's still different, you know. Reading a function you can read sequentially, but reading a file is not something that you can do sequentially because that's just not how it would work. So let's see. But like I like that we're doing this trace. So we're training it. The encoding and decoding is samples you just expect to get the text. IDs and then the decoded, and then this is verification. All IDs is less than vocab. Ooh, that's curious. Print all IDs less than vocab. All 0 less than I. Encoding. Ew. What? Wait. Wait. And maybe I'm making things harder on myself because I'm reading AI code. I've never read AI code. Is this checking true or false? Because it's I less than. This would be disgusting. Hold on. Vault chat save me. Um, why is that not working? That's even stranger. This is supposed to work in code files. What broke? No, this is so sad. What broke? Oh my goodness. I can't do inline editing inside of .py's for some reason. Just randomly broken. Okay. Why we do this shit? You can do that? You're just verifying that all IDs are less than vocab? Wait. It verifies that every token ID is a valid index into the vocabulary. I've never seen that. How can you do? You can do. I thought in Python, if you wanted to do that, you would have to. What? I've never seen that. I thought I had to use and to do chain comparisons. And so like so maybe I don't know how to code in Python. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's part of like that's part of this. Is like no, I actually don't know how to code. Which is weird. I don't know. This is like a truth for me. I've passed coding interviews. You know what I mean? Or like the challenges or whatever. So it's not like I don't know. I'm just not good at Python. I don't know how to describe this. So let's see. Why is vocab over 256? Yep, that's a question. We're doing the trace. Is okay, so we're training it where we've asserted the vocab size. IDs is the list of text in code. Text is a string. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. I need to check in on this. Let's do model.py. So what I'm doing is I'm doing control C and control L. Sorry, control K and control L. And it works here. And those are my edit and ask commands. So like make nope. Make an SVG of a beach ball. So like I can generate something or I can have it or I can ask, you know what I mean? It kind of explains to me. Let's see. That's a horrible beach ball. But you know what I mean? It's like it's like cursor. Like that's why I built it. But it seems like I don't have that inside of code files anymore. I wonder if I have them in PyCache. It's empty. And I can't open these file types. Let's see. Did VaultChat go back a version? I mean, a version. I'm supposed to be able to... What? Wait, this is very strange. Okay. This is actual GLM. Oh, what a bug to have. Oh, we're back. We're back? Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. Very useful to have. What does this do? Okay. It turns a string into its raw byte values as a list of ints. That's very interesting. So everything is already. Oh, that's sick. High. So it's on a character level. Turns a string into raw byte characters. 2 steps. Encode a bytes object. I don't know what a bytes object. Each character becomes 1 to 4 bytes under UTF. Oof. A equals 1 byte. 1 byte. It's byte like storage? Oh. Oh, so it's an integer. Okay. So an 8 bytes. 8 bits. Yes. B. Okay. That's very strange. You're turning it into bytes. That's how we first turn it into integers. And there's one more thing that I'm curious about. Is like, okay, so I learned how to use the Python, what's it called? Debugger. So I don't know if this is in my last video, but like I learned that Python has like a built-in debugger package thing where like you can like run the script and like put I don't know, a break line where it'll stop the sequential run and you can inspect what different variables or objects look like at that instance. Um, so like for example, is I can check what encode text did if I edited the code to do it. Okay. So I'm assuming, yeah, I think I'm accepting of that explanation. So this turns our text into integers, even though it's not 1 for 1. I think that's what's a little bit strange for me. Is like, okay, so while don't tell me this is our vocab set. I really hope not. Counts equals get pair counts of IDs. Oh, that's weird. That's on a byte. That's on the byte level. Oh wait, I've messed up. Oh, I've messed up. I'm supposed to be in train. Okay, let's see. It's okay. Same thing. The number of merges equals vocab size minus 256. Interesting. 256 comes from byte? How do I say it? Oh my goodness. It comes from. Oh, that's weird. It comes from the number of integers that you can define with 8 bits. It's 2 to the power of 8. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Embarrassing. I don't know if I could watch someone. Uh-oh. Or maybe this is like a live stream. People watch live streams. I don't think I could rewatch a live stream. This is like a live stream with audience of 1. And then, if someone's watching this far, you're watching a live stream. What's 2 to the 8? I'm hoping that is 256. Bang. Okay, cool. So vocab size is greater than 256 because our goal vocab size needs to be greater than 256. Why? We're looking to increase vocab size. Yes. 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 Okay. So like a weird thing with like BPE is that like your vocab size with the number of steps you do, I think it like increases and then decreases. You know, and you're supposed to choose something that's like towards the higher up. How do I say it? It's concave. So how do I say it? Is nope, is the how do I say merges vocab curve concave. No, it's not. Interesting. Oh, okay. I need to really fix this. I have tape next to me. This is how bad things are. I'm recording in my apartment and I don't have a camera. This is my phone. And what's it called? I don't have a tripod or anything. It's like literally taped to my. It's taped to a book that is between my laptop and my monitor. Could I have done better? Presumably. Um, for example, in all my other videos, I have not done this. So why in this one? I think it was because, yeah, in this video, whenever I've recorded from my apartment, I've I've just done what I do at a different place, where my laptop is like flush against the monitor, but in my apartment the monitor has like this like bridge or this like platform, its base, and that separates my laptop from it. So I just let my laptop at my apartment instead of like being flush and flat, it's at an angle. That discomfort I accept for like an hour for like a an apartment YouTube video to get up. I didn't want to make that trade off for this video. It's like, no, I want my laptop to be like normal, and I'd rather the phone fall. Um, so hopefully that's fine. Um, let's see. I need to keep my laptop charging though. That's the second function of the tape, is that my laptop my laptop's charger is broken, so I have to kink the the cable into the port. It has to be lifted up by something, and it's also being lifted up by the tape. Okay, it's not concave. In BPE, vocab size only ever increases. Really? 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 That's interesting. I think I've told people I've been lying. It's strictly monotonic. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and number of merges is equals vocab size minus 256 because we started with 256 words because, ooh, oh, it's just the order. Ah, that's so strange. So what they've done, and part of me, part of something I'm curious about, I should just ask this, is like, so let me formalize the question, is they've done text dot encode. Can this be decoded? You know, would it be consistently decoded? And in theory, yeah. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's named encode and decode. In theory, like it should. But what's a little bit weird is like if you split a character into 2 bytes, how do you know? You know what I mean? If they're confident that it's lossless, but it's not a one-to-one mapping. But that's a huge tangent that is not worth my time. So let's see. Number of merges is vocab size minus 256. Okay, so we've determined how many. Oh, so vocab size isn't like a cap. It's we're asking for this vocab size. Okay. And for merge number of merges, our counts equals get pair counts. And now we can look at it. And IDs is what? Okay. So IDs is the list of the byte information for our sentence, for our text. So this is a list, and count equals counter. I still don't know what zip does. It zips. What's it called? What are we zipping? And why are we only taking out ooh? Okay, this is, I guess, potentially is, like it said before, is BPE is going to add 1 token per merge. Already kind of weird. The zipping is, or maybe you're shifting it because let's imagine it. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and then like the shifted is 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's not. No, very importantly, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then what are we gonna do? What does zip do? Say IDs equals. So it's so long. Okay. So what does zip do? Say the IDs are this. Zip IDs, blah, 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 pairs each element one after the other. So it's like a Cartesian product, but we purposely shifted it. But notably, the size is different. So we have 0, 1, and 2. Yeah, it stops at the shorter iterable. So you get every adjacent part exactly. Okay. So you could, how do I say it? Okay. So we could, yeah, exactly. It would look the same. That's weird. That's so annoying. Okay, so we get 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. I don't even think about, well, I don't even think I'm going to worry about it past that. Is we're getting every pair, which is literally what we want. So for A, B, is if you imagine, let's pretend things are on the character level. Character level, we have IT, IT space, space S, ST, TO, PS, blah 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 blah. For every single pair, the count of that pair is going to go up by 1. And okay, so counts must be a dictionary. Like when we initialize it, it's empty, and it's just an easy dictionary that's defined such that any input you give to it, any new key is going to be initialized with 0. How do I say? Oh, I wish I had a whisper flow. Let's see, Control L, and then I don't have whisper flow right now. Let's see. So counter is just a dict that inits every key with 0. At the start, it's each key. Ah, that's weird. That's super simple though. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, it's empty. Okay. And if it's new, then it reads 0 and then writes 1. Reads n. Perfect. Okay. Super simple. It's a counter. Fantastic. That's a nice thing to have, I guess. Maybe that's why it's native to Python. Okay, so we have a counter and we zip and we do the counts. Okay, so this gives us a dictionary that has every single byte pair from our sentence and how many times it occurred. Awesome. Oh, but BPE stands for byte pair encoding. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So we do that. Okay, now we have the counts. If not counts, something went wrong. Sure. Pair. Yeah. Equals max counts. Interesting. Wait. Yeah, what does max key do? Could you just do counts? Yeah, I would do something like that. I would just do max counts values. Oh, but you don't get the most frequent pair. So giving it the keys lets it return the key instead of the value. Ah. Iterates over the dict, which yields its keys. So it's already looking at the pairs. Highest count. Useless. Can't merge with a number. Sure. Max counts alone the pair that sorts hires compares tuples. Oh, interesting. Iterates keys. Ah, okay. Iterates keys. Hmm. Okay, so ah. So the key argument in the function, a function you hand to that, tells them how to score each item. Oh, 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 and so it's going to get the pair. And I think it already told me that. Iterate on the keys, which are pairs. Ah, okay. That's nice. New ID. Ooh, I guess you can do that. Yeah, I think that would be ooh, wait. No, I don't like that. Num merges is going to start as like, yeah, is vocab size minus 256, which is like non-zero. Um, so say it starts as like 44. Um, then the new ID is going to start as um, maybe that's on purpose. So range is going to start with 0. You know what I mean? New ID. It could be plus 0. The number of merges is the number of new IDs you're supposed to get, right? Yeah. So like if you did like 30 merges, you're supposed to add one. Oh, see, this is part of what's already weird. It's just like, how to say? I would write this as 255 plus k plus 1 or something like that. Is like it's 0 through 255 are the indices that are already there, but then k is starting with from 0. So I would write it like this, but 256 plus k is equivalent. Okay, that's fine. And then IDs equals IDs or equals merge of, oh my goodness, IDs is going to be the list. That's fine. We're now saying, ooh, interestingly, though, IDs is the list. It's not counts. We're saying pair, and then we're going to give it a new ID. Let's see what it looks like. So merge is, yeah, is out, and while I is less than the length of IDs. So for ID and IDs as well, um, is if I, oh my goodness, else. How do I do this? If I is less than, this is checking that it's not the last ID, I think. It's a bounds check. By not less than or equal to. Oh, does I have a right-hand neighbor? Because you're going to do I plus 1. Mm, Okay. So, yes, we're going to do the whole list. We're going to do every pair, and you stop at you don't do the last one. You have n minus 1 pairs in a list of n items, inclusive pairs, something like that. You know what I mean. Um, so if it's yeah, if it's a feasible option, and or if it's a pair, if we can look at a pair, okay, and the first thing in the pair is the thing we're looking to merge, and its right-hand neighbor is, oh my goodness, if the pair exists, if we see the pair, our output is going to append new ID at that instance instead of at, oh, okay, no. Importantly, we're going to do +2, is we're also going to skip it. And that's sort of like, what I was interested in is like, um, it's like, okay, but what about when you immediately go back to it? Um, and okay, so importantly, it's not a for loop. We're not doing this iteratively. It's like once we do a merge, we're going to skip to the next thing already. Um, else is out's going to append whatever, like its normal self. And then say, let's imagine like the edge case is like, so we never, oh, we would, yeah, is if the last two elements were a pair, they would still get merged. And if they're not, then it's like, I don't know, the edge case is sort of like the this is the last element and these are the last two elements. They could still merge, and then that doesn't really affect anything. It's like we would return this. Okay. Is so how would I do? You could write it like, oh my goodness, we're actually checking the boxes because get counter counts. Okay, we understand that. Okay, we understand zip now. Perfect. We're doing a trace. Awesome. We understand vocab size. Okay, I haven't used the Python debugger yet because I haven't run anything yet. Let's see. Is wait, what am I? No, I hate this. What was my question? Oh, I wanted to do it with actual IDs. It's like, let's say, let's take an example of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, 8, 9. Goodness, goodness. Okay, and then let's say that our pair of interest um, is 3, 4. Okay, and it's new ID because that's another thing we gave it. Yeah, new ID equals what? We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When is this used? IDs, it's a byte ID. Yeah, that's still like something like 280. That doesn't matter. But yes, importantly, there's going to be randomly a 280 in this list. Is we're going to look for, let's do it, is so is while I, let's do I equals 0. Okay. What's going to happen is out equals um out equals 1. Okay. I equals 2. Out equals 1 comma 2. I equals 3. Out equals 1, 2, 3. Important because we touched 3 but we didn't do anything. Is now we have I equals 4. Now we have, so I equals 4. Wait, what did I skip? I skipped 1 and 2. Yeah, because it would be 3. So we have 0, 1, and 2. Wait a minute. Lock in, dude. 2 and 3 lock in. Let's see. Out. We're in the else case for all of these. Is first one I equals 0. Um, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna append 1. Okay. Then I equals 2. No. Oh my goodness. Then I equals 1. And then out is going to be, we're still gonna append 2. And I plus 1 is still not a pair. Now I equals 2. Then I, no. See, yeah. So once I equals 2 is we're going to get 258 or 280. So we actually never get 3. So, good that we caught that. It was like, oh, I don't know. Intuitively, something might have happened here. Something did happen here. And what's going to happen is we're going to go straight into I equals 4. So we've done I equals 2, 0, 1, 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. We saw that this is our pair. And then we replaced, how do I say? We've just appended it, and that's fine. Perfect. And then, but what we're going to do is instead of I becoming 3, I becomes 4. And we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I equals 4, we're going to out with 5. And that's perfect. It's like that's absolutely what I expect and hope to happen. Is, let's say, is this right? I'd be, how do I say it? I'd be bothered if it said no. Yes is exactly right. Okay. Perfect. So you understand merging. We have get pair counts, we have merge, and so training is we have a new ID, blah 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 blah. Merges. Interesting. Is we're going to define the key as the pair, and we're going to give it an ID as well. That's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe that's the way you encode, is you use the merges. Maybe. Okay. Vocab new ID. What was vocab initialized as? Bytes. Interesting. Wait. This will let us decode. Interesting. What? What does this do? Uh, oh, 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 and we're only going to add. We're only adding vocab. So we have our initialized vocabulary is every single byte level character. Every single byte. Yeah. It's our initial vocab set. It's sort of, I don't know, in a weird way, it's sequential already. Yeah, our vocab is sorted. You could use a list, but I think for the sake of lookup, dictionary makes more sense. So vocab, what is going on here? So, vocab 256 equals self.vocab. There are strings, very importantly. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Close. What? Oh, I did not know that. Okay. same, but different is technically you're gonna say it's, ooh, that's weird. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about how byte representation of things works, but it's, yeah, it's the byte of gr and the byte of, yeah. Okay, whatever. That's interesting. If verbose, I am curious about this. Oh, verbose has nothing to do with the algorithm. Verbose is just whether or not we're going to print what's going on. Okay. See, actual vocab size, better match. Is there a self test? I feel like actual vocab size should equal. Oh, maybe this is the test. So for every single ID in the encoding, it's a actual ID that exists in our vocab. Okay. I'm not fully bought on that, but that's fine. What did I just hear? No. Do I have to edit that now? Oh my gosh. I've never used an editor. I would get in trouble if I posted this. Oh my gosh. How do I turn off all notifications? Okay, I'm hoping I don't get another notification. I heard that. I just got a Slack notification from work. I'm on my personal computer, but I've logged into Slack on my personal computer. Um, so I don't know what I'm gonna do because editing the video, this is gonna be like a 3 hour long video. That's like damn near impossible. Hmm. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about that. I am gonna finish this video for the sake of like exercise and whatnot. I don't know where to go or how to make this edit. Hopefully, what popped up for you is grayed out. Maybe I'll figure out CapCut. But like my issue with things is like I've like attempted video editing for the videos and it's not like lossless. It's like I'm worried about the quality of the video degrading if I actually edit the video, especially with how long the video is. Um, I have no clue how long that would take. It take a really long time to process a video this long. Hopefully that's grayed out. If it's not grayed out, you never saw this video. um, so let's see. We did train. We got counts, we did verbose, and we returned self. Why did we return self? We returned the tokenizer. Who cares? What else can we do as the tokenizer object? Ah, wait a minute. It's self merges and self vocab that we've been editing. These aren't just random. So these are our attributes. These are our objects to use in our further functions. Okay, fine. Apply it. Encode self text. This is now that we have the pairs. Let's see, counts equals, that's interesting. IDs, sure. While the length of IDs, oh, we're gonna delete things. Oh, we're gonna merge. Okay. Merge returns. Wait a minute. Oh, it's input output. Oh, it returns. Okay, obviously it returns the merged version with like the new IDs. So it's the same list. Yeah. It's the same list, but the IDs, things have been merged, but it's still in byte. Wait, fuck. That's what's weird for me. No, I do think we need to like I think I need to lock in on this. Is so what's floating around for like my confusion is there's IDs and then there's but the IDs are like bytes. You know what I mean? They're the byte version of the text character, which is not. Oh, it is this. So how do you do this? That's so weird. That's why you input the list is like if you gave how do I say? I don't know, that's quite strange for me. Bytes of IDs could be the decoded version of the string. I don't know. Yeah, no. No, how do I say before training? Oh, wait. Wait, no, no, I'm confused. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, because oh, that's so weird. Okay, wait, no, I'm still confused. So the encode did not return a list. It returns a bytes object. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. So bytes is a data type, and it's really a list of numbers. But Python is going to represent it to me that it's the byte version of this string. Okay. That's yeah. That's like going all over the place. That's a little bit weird. Merges, vocab, verbose. I'm getting hungry. Um, I might do a break. So, okay. If this video is out, I've already accepted the fact that I'm going to have to edit it. So if I'm going to have to edit it to add like this blur, then it shouldn't be too much to edit it to pause it and then come back. I'm unsure. Um, Basically, I'm gonna pause and I'm suddenly gonna have a pizza. I'm hungry. I want to eat. Um, oh wait, I live in my apartment though. I have ice cream. I'm gonna come back with ice cream in like 5 seconds. Hold on. So we have encode. We're in the middle of encode. Is so we have the list byte list version of the text. Sure. While IDs is greater than 2. Yeah, I was about to say because IDs. Does increasing your vocab size decrease the length of your sequence? And I know the answer to this is yes, but I don't know if it's monotonically. Let's say so, or strictly. Okay, not strictly. Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, okay, so it does make it. Okay, so it makes your sequence length shorter. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Is so there is, I guess there's the need for this extreme bound of, how do I say, your sequence can never be as small as one token. Ah, because you can't merge. Do we use something like a plus one? Pairs. I feel like get pair counts requires IDs to be greater than length of 2. Yes, because we use this. Um, yep, you wouldn't have it if it wasn't. If it was just one, there wouldn't. You get an error. Okay. But we also probably don't run into this. I feel like prior to that, we'll likely run into this is if we're out of merges. Um, Counts. So we get our counts. Pair equals min. Pick the present pair that was learned earliest, which means it has the lowest merge ID. Min count key. And this is what's kind of weird, is self merges dot get. When did we? So the key that we're using to minimize is, so we have the counts. Okay. And we're going to get the pair, pick the present pair that was learned earliest. Okay. Yes. Lowest merge ID. Okay. But then I'm confused. This must be a failure thing. Is like, what's it called? Oh, okay. Why it's needed. Counts contains every adjacent pair. Currently, wait, what? Oh, 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 oh. The let's see. Careful. Interesting. It's not the lowest count, but we're enumerating counts. Oh, oh. Let's see. Merges pair. No, because it's still the pair. Wait, now I'm confused. Oh. ID. Ah. Okay, no, I get it. It's the lowest merged ID. So of the IDs, the ones that came from things being merged, and they're all going to be greater than like 255, 256, no, 255. Um, and then it's the lowest one because it's the earliest one, and we're selecting from counts. But our selection criteria is the minimum for which that pair. I see. Okay. And if it's not in merges, means that um Well, it would still return a pair. Oh, the only way that the pair is not in merges is if it returned infinity for all of them. Is that true? I feel like you don't need it. I feel like you would still run into it. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't have the failure. Oh, but if you don't set it as infinity, you won't, that it won't be the minimum. Wait. Oh my goodness. If everyone was infinity, it would just return any of them. It would just return an arbitrary one or the first one, whatever. And then counts. So it's gonna the pair with the lowest merge ID. Yeah, I feel like you don't need it. You can't put it first. If you can't put it first, then what? It would crash. Why? It would get a key error before it finishes going through all of them. Okay. So this is the catch for the inevitable key error. Oh, so this isn't strictly true. It's just if there's no more learnable ones. Yeah, so both of these failure modes are like possible. And then IDs is going to equal merge, and merge is going to do is in and out. Okay. Whew. Whew, that was a lot. Hopefully we're close. Okay, decode. This is going to take our IDs. Yeah, exactly. Errors replace. Because it's not going to be one to one. Is so for the ones that you do have byte information for, let it be byte form. You're going to join. No, you'll have it actually. Yeah, what is replace going to do? Because vocab is ID, and then what's the value? Oh my goodness, I need to get that ice cream. The ID. What's the value? What's the value? Hold on, I need to go for a sec. Okay. By the end of this video, you will watch me consume 1,130 calories of ice cream. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll get locked in and like forget that I have ice cream next to me. But I need to eat. Let's see. Takes a list of token IDs, looks up the raw bytes. Okay, and then what happens when it fails? Mm. In vocab, we returned the concatenated byte, didn't we? Ah, okay. Wait, what? Is multi-byte? Okay. Yes, one character can be 2 to 4 bytes. So encode can split a multi-byte character across 2 tokens. Yes. Correct. Oh, okay. What? Mm. Hmm. See. Let's see. I need a I need a towel or a napkin. Mm. Um. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, that's something you need to address. Save is we're going to save the merges as the pair, as a list of the pair and its ID. Interesting. Why not? Yeah, I mean, that's just like purely optional. Mm-hmm. Okay. Save is for saving, and then load CLS. What? CLS. What? Open path, payload. Okay. Why is it called CLS? Class method? What? You're not passing the method itself, but another object? Oh, goodness. Class method like the decorator. A normal method gets the instance as first arg. You call it self. A class method gets the class itself as a class arg. Okay. What's a class method? You only have one class method. Oh, that's without the parentheses to actually initialize the class? Hmm. Oh, that's weird. I guess if it's like a bit of like a memory thing. That's kind of weird. Is it CLS with like parentheses is what it gets initialized as? Ah. So the tokenizer equals the class, and then for the class method, and that's sort of just like a style. It's a bit of a style thing of like, so in the file that's going to use this class, if you wanted to load an existing, vocabulary set, um, instead of defining a new class and then having that class load a particular path, for me, I feel like this saves you like typing two parentheses. Um, mhm. Okay, so yeah, and the normal method. Mm, mm. Okay, sure. Mm, okay, okay, that's cool. Okay, whew, and that is okay. That's the code. Okay, I read the code. Okay, the next thing is building it. How do I want to do this? First, I want to debate design choices. I also think I want to pause this video. The part 2 will be in this video. It'll be today. And it'll be after I finish my ice cream and after I ordered pizza. So, let's do this. I loathe that I'm going to have to edit this video. So this is the end of part 1. And part 2 will be very soon. I don't know if I'm going to have a transition. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But, yeah. So I'm done reading. Part 2. I'll analyze it. You know what I mean? I'll debate like the design choices, that kind of stuff. And then I'll start building my own. I think I have the parts that I need. Maybe I'll be humbled again. But like I already don't like, you know what I mean? Its design choices don't exactly align with mine. So how would I do it? You know? So it should be instantaneous for you, but I get to take a break. So see you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, we're back for part 2. So it's actually been, how do I say? Oh, I should probably get up already. It's actually been a little over 2 hours maybe. But I'm fed. I didn't get pizza, I got sushi. But I got food and I talked to my girlfriend. Um, it's late now. It's pushing 11, so I'm a bit tired. So a bit dangerous, but I do care about finishing this video, so you know, we're here to see it through. I checked the timestamp. I was able to do the edit for the awkward moment where I got a message from work, and then so now we're gonna use CapCut, I guess. What I don't know is what it takes to export the video. This could have been like a cool like forcing function for me discovering how to edit videos, because you know the creative expression of like inserting a clip for anything. I might do a clip at the intro of the video or something. I don't know. But being able to do clips or being able to do something like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I did anything there, but being able to do stuff like that, I think that would be cool. I don't know how people do it in the videos, but you know, editing the videos and adding like production quality, I think that um would be quite nice and like super cool. So let's get back to where we left off. Where we left off was I had read the code. Um, it's like barely 100 lines, dude. Yeah, if I got rid of this, I don't think it would clear 16, but there's like spacing and there's like comments and all that kind of stuff. This is easily something that could be less than 100 lines. We don't even need this. Like this is just, how do I say? This running the tokenizer is just for me to test. Oh, does this work? I don't think I have a copy path. Yeah, I just have it open in File Explorer thing. Let's see. We could test it really quickly. Do a little Control J, open up terminal, and then what are we looking at? No, this isn't right. Okay, here we are. What do I want to do? I want to CD into. I feel like the we'll find out, but okay. And then what? That's it. Python tokenizer. And then we should see. Yeah, okay, text, IDs. This is strange. Wait, what? IDs encode sample. I feel like that's quite strange. The whole thing got tokenized into 1 token. It's one token. I am Groot. We are Groot. I am Groot. That whole sentence is one token. I guess we didn't do anything about, how do I say? Yeah, there's nothing in BPE that denotes what the number of characters that should show up in a, how do I say? In a token. The number of characters that should show up in a single token. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. But we took this sample. Oh, ooh, there you go. I think that's especially what to expect. Is we take it and we multiply it by 5. Is, I think if we multiply it by 50, I feel like I expect the same result. You know, it's like, yeah, it's just one token. Yeah, 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 yeah. So like, it's, you know what I mean? It's this token, and it's just showing up 50 times. So like nothing really changes. Um, okay, so we have the text, we have the IDs. Um, that's kind of interesting. Is like, because of the order. Ooh, am I in theory supposed to finish this all tonight? This isn't looking good. This nope, that would be bad luck. Is my goal was to finish this all today. Um, but how do I say? The order in which we take in the token, or that's not what I mean. Hmm. When we encode, we do the we do the process of merging. When do we stop merging? You know. Um, let's see. So maybe I look at encode. If I look at encode, okay, we stop because there's no more learnable merges. And then where was I going with that in terms of my confusion? Oh, okay, yeah, is like, it's a little bit interesting because it means that there are, how do I say? Oh, and that vocab size doesn't necessarily mean we reached a vocab size of 300. I don't think we necessarily reached a vocab size of 300. I think this is the last um I think this is the last token. Is okay, basically what I'm thinking is interesting is like in our vocab space, this can be tokenized differently, you know? Is so embedding it into tokens would be deterministic, so you'll get the same token representation, but within our vocabulary, we could represent this with different tokens because it's still, you know what I mean? Is like just at a different stage of merging, all of those tokens are still in our vocabulary. So that's an interesting sort of consistency. Is like um these, and that's part of why I'm like interested in, like, confused, is like maybe sort of like the distribution of the tokens from your vocabulary that are used. That's like a that's a that's a thing to like look into question. Um, Unfortunately, I'm fairly confident I'm going to forget about this thing. I am curious about it, but there's so many other things to be curious about that I'm going to forget it and not come back to it. It's truly a shame. Um, let's see. So what now? Goodness, I'm tired. Um, what now is, at the very least, I want water. Um, and then going further. Um, yeah, do I build it? I think going forward, yeah, 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 is like, so now I explain what I'll give myself. I think is the functions. I'll say get pair counts, merge, BP tokenizer, train, blah 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 blah. I'll give myself those. Class method I'm gonna completely skip, and same thing with this. No, maybe not. I'll keep this. It's short. Um, I don't even know if I'll give myself the parameters. I think I'll give myself the functions, and then on the iPad, I think I need to rederive them. Ooh. This is a true test of my conviction because I am tired and I would totally call it a day most days. Um, yeah, this is a conviction test because I'm tired and I don't have to do this. And I know how do I say, what's ahead of me is hours of work. And I could just get a good night's rest on Saturday, knowing that I work hard during the week and all these reasonable excuses. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get water and I'm gonna show that I have heart. Mm. Okay, so what am I gonna give myself? No, I don't even know if I get. I don't think I need to give myself counter. My responsibility is to be able to do this from scratch. It's like so. Get, and we'll see where my um where I get stuck, and maybe where I would do things differently. Because I can totally see how you can do this differently. Like the fundamental like algorithm, you know what I mean? Like there's like choices here. Um let's see. There's init, encode, decode, save, whatever. I'm completely skipping it. I'm not even gonna do save, bro. It's like it's just a JSON. And then and then yeah, these are our functions. Okay, and I didn't give myself a last look. um so what are our yeah, so this is our blank canvas. This is as blank as we're gonna get. I wouldn't do completely from scratch. Maybe it's possible that I could have done that successfully, but I have a feeling that this will be sufficiently difficult for me. What am I gonna do with merge? Let's see. And my goal is like I'm gonna have to recall all the pieces and then hopefully force myself into having this work. So let's see. So there's the text. I need IDs at some point, like this sort of list. What else do I care about? The class on initialization, I want self.vocab and self.merge. And this is in the design choices of this is like, well, where do I use merge? In encode. What do I contain in merge? Yeah. The merge is like the order of things, and then vocab is like the set for the mappings. The vocab is the low, so like vocab. Oops, is for lookup. Merge is DNA. Okay, is like it's the set of instructions. Like I'm gonna lean towards biology. You know, it's like it's a set of instructions. I don't remember forcing it to Vault Chat to be able to do arrows like that, but I'm glad it can. Can I do 2 arrows? No, it only does. Wait. Oh, that's an interesting little hiccup. You know what I mean? It's like if I do dash dash, then it doesn't work. But if I do, space and then delete and then it works. What about if I do 3? Oh, interesting. So I can do indefinite um, arrows if I type it, I do space and then backspace. Oh, no, only up to 3. Very curious. Nice. That's cool. Um, one last test. Arrow. Okay, so the arrows that Vault Chat will make are different than mine too. Very interesting. Or, than the agent. Okay. Vocab is DNA. Merge. No, sorry. Vocab is for lookup. Merging is for DNA. It's a set of instructions. What are we going to initialize with? We have self, text. Do we initialize with text? Let's see. Get pair counts. I know that I'm going to have to import the counter. Let's do from collections, we want counter. Get pair counts. IDs. IDs is our sequence. Right? IDs is our sequence in vocab space. Is that appropriate? So when do we turn them into IDs? And also importantly, we don't even have to follow the schema of whatever Claude generates. I just need to verify that whatever I would write out here would be consistent. So, training. When do I want to distinguish between text and IDs? Here, I'm going to have text. We don't have the verbose thing. There were two parameters of significance. And I have a weird feeling that it's text and IDs, which doesn't immediately make sense to me. Do I peep and look already? I'm not really sure. I'm getting notifications from what I would have, yeah. Let's see. Perchance. To go. I'm recording YouTube right now. My buddy, but I think I think maybe, are you in rush? A buddy of mine is asking me for like a school project that we were working on. Okay. Let's see. Say hi. Say hi to the channel. I'm telling him to say hi. And if he says hi, then I'll tell you he says hi. But if he doesn't say hi, I won't tell you he said hi. He gave me a thumbs up. Shale, if you ever make it this far, you're insane. What's it called? I'm doing a very long form video. Let's see, I'll tell him. a very long form. Live stream with audience of 1. Okay, let's see. 3 hour. Okay, so let's get back to it. Yeah, it's like you could pass text and the IDs. I don't know how I feel about that. Why would I pass? Why would I pass it? I don't know. If I don't need it, I'm not gonna. So let's just do text. Okay. And then, how do I say? IDs equals list of text dot decode. Nope. Encode. Byte. I don't even know if that's right. Is we encode the text in byte form, and then that's the IDs. Init, when we initialize self.vocab equals, how do I say, I, comma, byte, I, for I in range 255. Something like that. Merge. I feel like merge should be initialized as blank. And then, well, training. Yeah, no, these are different things. Is there's this type of train, and this takes text. And then there's actual, how do I say, return BP BPE tokenizer train text. You know what I mean? And then this takes the text. And then we're going to do IDs equals actual vocab size. That's just a helper. We'll take self. Everything will take self because we're still inside of the class. Code self, decode self. What would you decode? You would decode IDs. What would you encode? You would encode text. And to mind you that because we're operating with self is like I have access to vocab and merges. So, and the translation from text to IDs, that sounds like a, you know, an encoding and decoding type of sort of like operation. Is like, well, what's going to be output is like IDs. You can even go list. Something like that. You know what I mean? And like string text. You know what I mean? Something like that. Actual vocab size. Dude, I don't use this in my code, like signatures. I don't use them. Let's say int. Yeah. And this should just return, I don't know, len of self dot vocab. Yeah. You can return the length of a dictionary, right? Yeah. Encode. What would merge do? I feel like merge to take IDs. Oh, but merge is going to take like, how do I say, pair. And then, oh, See, for example, like the fact that the new ID is what's being passed is like, ooh. So in train is when we're going to do the frequency. But we also have to do, okay, get pair counts. I'm going to take an IDs. And this isn't a helper, interestingly. I mean, this isn't part of the class. It's just a helper. Merge isn't part of the class? Merge isn't part of the class. I guess it doesn't have to be. Yeah, it's a helper. Interesting. That's nice. Even though it's very closely related, it only exists for the function of the class, but it's not a. It only exists for the class, but it's not a function of an object within the class. You can still have it under the class, but not initialize as self if you wanted to organize it like that. I feel like that Python syntax would allow you to do that. Merge is like, I don't know, what if I said it in English? But literally in Markdown anyway. Is get pair counts is counts equals counter, and then for for a b in zip of IDs comma IDs 1. Yeah, we learned this intimately. Counts. How to say? Ooh, no, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it looks like this. A, B, plus equals 1, and then return counts. I think that's it. I think I might have copied the function verbatim successfully. I don't know what else you would need. Is like zip is going to do like the whole thing. We're gonna get the pairs, and then like this is literally going to count for us the frequency of the pair. And then what this is making me think is like, okay, this is returning counts. I need there's functions here that use min and max of like where it's something like counter counts, and then it's like key equals, and like I'm unfamiliar with key, but it's like what are we using to count on is something like it's something get. Is it that would be interesting. Is you could do something like this. And this is going to be arrows should work both ways, right? Yeah. This would be the or no. It returns the pair of IDs that has occurred the most. Sure. And then train, we need a while loop. So what are our stopping conditions? We're going to what would be really interesting is if I can do two-way arrows. Oh, beautiful. Whoa. Go back. Okay. What would be really cool is if you could do, oh, I already said that. Yeah, so epic, we can do two-way arrows. And this is, I want to show that this is IDs to IDs. You know what I mean? It's like it's input and output. It's different, but it's it's just modifying the IDs. Is like, let's see. This is like a one-step operation. This is supposed to be relatively simple. And then this is me helping myself out. Oh, whatever. Markdown is weird sometimes. So what's our condition for training is, I remember, let's see. IDs is greater than or equal to 2. So while, yes, and it's because merge, is it because of get pair counts? I think it's because of get pair counts requires IDs to be greater than or equal to of length 2. Is like, okay, um, pair equals something like this, you know, and counts equals get pair counts of IDs. Yeah. And then we're gonna get the pair to merge on, and then we're gonna merge on it. Oh, this is coming together nicely. IDs pair, and then we, with the way that Claude had written it, is we need the what's the new ID. So, let's see. New ID equals. Ooh. Well, no, this is interesting. No, I feel like I'm mixing up train and encode, and I think they're quite similar. Because encode is something with, how do I say? I should be using. What is it I'm supposed to be using? Vocab. Oh, that's it. That's the other input. Vocab. Is it like, should I say vocab size? Yeah. I don't know what to call this, but I love this, like, Sudoku style thing where, like, your goal is to complete the puzzle and you're given, like, incomplete information. But, like, token. I was telling Shale what today's video is about. What I'm struggling to do right now. Oh my goodness, writing code without AI. Oh yeah, dude. I remember I was thinking about, how do I say? I was like on the treadmill doing cardio and I'm like, I'm imagining like Thor speaking to Odin of like, are you Thor, god of hammers? And like, I'm nothing without my hammer, father. I'm nothing without Claude, etc., etc., etc. But I'm like Thor, you know. I'm locked in. I'm gonna tap into like my true intelligence. I don't need artificial intelligence. So let's see. The new ID, this is very important, is yeah, it was like 255 plus K plus 1. And then like K is like, how do I say? New ID equals, I don't like this. No. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I already typed it. It's like, wait, no, I feel like it's a different order. And so, let's say, we're not too far off. Except we're not using merge. We're not going to use the function merge when we encode. But we are going to, for some reason, oh, that makes sense. This is for encoding arbitrary text using our learned merging. So we have, merging is like a signature of the class, You know what I mean? It's like once our tokenizer has been trained, we can then use the encoder and is, while merging is still like feasibly possible, um, we're going to get the pair. There is no notion of a new ID in this sense, and there is no notion of that. Is like, here's like, okay, oh no, I take it back. You're going to merge. Are you? Encode. How do I say? What I'm expecting to be output from encode is IDs. So, and then what's the other condition? Is like if something like, yeah, if pair is not in merge. Merge. The break, Um, and then like we have to do the weird thing. This is where the min comes in, and you want the earliest. How do I say? The earliest use of the earliest merge. Yeah, the earliest merge ID. And not the most recent, the earliest. So let's see. Counts. Okay, but the merge still has a pair. I'm getting confused. I'm reaching my wit's end. Let's see. This one's supposed to be easy. Oh, I haven't done this one. It's like I was writing this and I was imagining myself writing this. Is like am I crazy? I would still do this. That's why I'm like a little bit lost. I would still do this, and then I would say if how do I say it? If A equals well, there's something about feasibility first. If I remember I did this. I literally typed this. This was like the previous version of this note. It is like this is what we needed I for. So is we're gonna say like I equals 0, and then while what would make us stop merging? Oh, but this is supposed to give, yeah, we're also supposed to have out equals, I don't know, let's just do while true for now. And then like if I is less than, what is I? Ooh. Ooh. I is the index in the sequence of IDs. You know what I mean? If it's we're looking at IDs, I. You know what I mean? It's like dot 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 and IDs I equals A. Let's do pair 0 and IDs 1. And then it's I plus 1. Yes. And the plus 1 is to make sure that, like, yeah, is less than the length of IDs. Is like, we want to make sure that it's like feasible to do a plus 1. And is it a minus 1? No, I think it's less than. Do we want a minus 1? I don't know. Is it a minus 1? I don't think so. I think I mean, I do think so. Is like that, like off 1 is like a, we want to do one index from the last, and like the very last index is like just less than. You need to do less than minus 1. Okay, which means that it's possible to have the plus 1. Then out dot append see, now we're, how do I say, we're crossing into the territory of like, well, dude, like, I don't use bytes, you know. Out equals out dot append. What am I looking for to, what am I looking to be appended? Dude, is like ID's I, right? Yeah, it's just like output the normal thing. And then do I plus equals 1, and then do I plus equal 2 to skip. But then again, what we want to append in this case is you want to append the ID. Oh, that's it? Something about that isn't right. When did we append the vocab? You know what I mean? What's our while condition? And then return out. Like, how to say? I feel like you can obviously, you can obviously do something like, well, I is less than of IDs. That doesn't make sense though. Like, I don't know, that feels weak. You know what I mean? I feel like there should be a stronger while condition. I don't know. I feel like you could look, do while true though. Yeah. Like, I would like maybe do this. I'm not sure there's much else that's critical. Okay, so we got our helpers. This is very important. This is very important. I have yet to use this. That's for encoding. It's not for encoding? Crap. Is it for decoding? Ooh. Wait. Oh. Oh my goodness, we have to see this through. But this is also like dot dot dot. Like, this is unknown. This is something else. This is fine. The max one is like the simpler one. merge. Oh, and I have yet to change chain. Yeah, I've yet to change train to use vocab. Mm. I'm reaching a point where I want to peep. I think I want to peep. Am I being lazy? Text, IDs, start sequence, vocab space. When we want to merge in code, we give this a code merges DNA. Okay, sure. The thought process got us this far. This is critical. Oh, let's see. If I'm not looking. If I have below a C, I need to lock in and I stay with it. If I have a C or more, then I'll start looking. A B minus. Encouraging B minus. You understand the shape? The shape of BP better than the syntax gaps suggest. This mark was owned. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I mean, a B minus that's not bad. You know is the most frequent pair. That's the heart of BP. Good. Cut through a bug, load bearing measuring. Yeah, okay, yeah. And code does not recompute frequencies. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So let's give it a peep. That made me feel better about myself. I don't even know if I deserved it. I kind of disagree. I was expecting something bad. Plain. Tokenizer. Welcome back. So, is this exactly the same? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, how do I have? Oh, I have 4 lines of code, but this just looks like is more compact. Okay. Merge. Out. I. Sick. Okay, yeah, it's like just some arbitrary while condition. Out append new ID. We did -1 and IDs equals pair 0 +1 equals pair 1. Out append. We got the +1 append IDs I return out. Dude, IDs pair new ID. That is, whew, that is pristine recall. That's reconstruction right there. That's comprehension. I think. Is that memorization? Oh my goodness! And merges is empty. Nice. Okay. Oh my goodness! Is this what I defined? Vocab? Ah man, I did 255 instead of 256. Bummer. Um, train. I didn't do assert because I would never do that. You don't encode. Yeah, you encode with whatever. Num merges is what I'm missing. I'm missing this, and nice, nice. I got that. I got that function right. So I missed train, and I missed encode and decode. Okay. Ooh, what about this one? Oh, I skipped out on vocab. I mean, on verbose. So we got text and we got vocab size. Okay. I think I do give myself a B plus. I mean a B minus. Yeah, so I'm missing on train and encode. So, and I think we have that down, but just didn't finish it. So train was supposed to be for K, and we're supposed to use vocab size. So in num merges, so the number of times we merge, but is it possible to break? Sequence too short to merge further. And counts is from IDs, and IDs has been changed by the output of merging. Okay, so we don't necessarily, so vocab size is as big as we'll let our vocab size grow. It's still a bound because we could break because our sequence is too short to merge any further. Perfect. Pair, we got this right. The most recent or the most frequent adjacent pair. And we have new ID, right? And then IDs equals, oh, I didn't write this line. I feel like this is obvious. Yeah, is I have, what do I have new ID? Yeah. I feel like I should have written this out. I wish I wrote this out because I would have gotten that, I think. How to write self, this I definitely didn't have, is merges is a dictionary. And you take the pair. I like that though. I like that. It's like, yeah, so merges is like the dictionary and like um yeah, if you get the earliest ID that gives you the order to reconstruct it. Um vocab is, and importantly, is that's byte level addition. Is you've called pair, yeah. Is like you've called for the value. And inside of vocab is was already like the casted byte information. So that part's a little bit weird for me. Okay, and then encode is IDs. Okay, encode is the one that uses greater than. Okay, wait, close. Okay, close. Okay, if pair not. Whoa. Oh, dude, you were so close. Encode, you would have used, yeah, you would have used min. Oh, okay, and then I didn't have decode. Okay, no, dude, we're dangerously close. Um, yeah, it's 12 o'clock. I think I would call it there. Um, because, how do I say? Maybe like a separate day for me to come back to this is like the true test of like of my understanding. But like, no, we have BPE down. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. And like the like the particular like trade offs is like, well, like maybe I would do it differently. The final big hoorah is if I can look at my professor's implementation. If I look at that tokenizer.py and I'm like, oh, that's that and that's that, we did a good job. So he doesn't have a tokenizer.py. He has a bpe.py. Ah, and this is for real text. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Heavy. So this is a little bit different. Decode, whatever. Encode, iterable. For line and text, for token. Interesting. Ooh, no, we might have a considerable gap still. Pre-tokenized counts. Mm. Okay, so he's still using counter. He's using default dict. I've seen that in one LeetCode solution. Mm. No, this is good Python code. How much class method? Oh my gosh. We learned what that is. BPE on piece for a single pre-token. While true, best rank was 1, best index. Wowza. Apply the merge. Best index. Symbols. I don't know what did. Oh, oh. What? Oh. This is like casting over it. It's like, this isn't like replacing them. This is like, you're going to have the ID repeated twice in a way. That's weird. BPE on piece. public API. Whew. Whoo-wee. Maybe this is the next one. Wow. Data.py. Oh boy. Chain.py. Yeah, same thing. Take a non-trivial amount of time. This can take a minute. This can take a minute. Okay. I think I'm happy with today. I think what was my goal? My goal is to like understand the tokenizer and to be able like like to give code towards the tokenizer, and I think we got quite close. Very, 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 very close. As a happily close amount. Um, and I typed Python. Like, hell yeah. Um, so that was for the plain one. That was in fact Claude did in fact do its job and give me a simpler version. The code from my professor's class. That's how bad. That's Python. That's Python for you. So let's pause for a moment and think. What did I don't know. What did I learn about reading code today? Tracing is very important, very useful. I also learned that I don't necessarily need to run code. I don't think I really ran any code today. I've sort of been telling myself that like, oh well, if I want to understand what these things do or like how they work, I want to run it and like get confused, or like not run it and get confused, but like I put this in, I get this out. I put this in, I get this out. It's like I want to tinker with it. But looking at it is like, oh no, no, I'm seeing what this is doing. I see exactly what you're doing. Um, so I really like that. I think that was very good, and like understand like, oh, this is the class, this is the object, you know, and like I was able to lay those out, and like they're in my mind. There's counting, merging, casting, mapping. You know, um, I like that. Um, I think I would do a part two for tokenizer, and but I could also do a part three. It depends. Is like, okay, I still haven't typed it by hand myself. I think I should probably try to do that. I should do it by hand myself, and then I should look at the professor's one. And then me doing it by hand myself is just because like, no, dude, I still have not written Python code. We're very, very increasingly close. Like I was writing code just like in a markdown file today. So we're sneakily close. Um, and then we're gonna do that same process, but with just like harder code. Um, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe that might force me to unlock some other stuff. Maybe that's tomorrow. That might be tomorrow's video. That could be good. Um, I'm hot. My AC isn't on, and I'm happy to be back. I think that was successful. I think I think for me the most important part that is making that successful was like, oh no, I wrote that. I recalled that. Like I did that. Um, and it matched. Like sick. So I'm not one for memory, you know? And that Sudoku analogy. That's a Sudoku analogy for like recall of like I have these rules, and like the rules are the things that like are like my understanding, and I'm given these pieces. I really like the Sudoku analogy. Um, so we'll go with that. Is like what we have today is the Sudoku. We trace to read, um, and then we have um, what's it called? Trace to read, and then we have our progression. Is I do it from scratch. I try to do the much harder professor's version. Um, and what we're doing now is like, ooh, 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 ooh. Another pause. This is great. We're in a good spot. We can do better. Okay? I'm learning and I'm having fun. This is low level stuff. Um, Part of me thinks is like, oh no, I should bring back a vault chat. What happened to missions? What happened to experiments? Um, is like, I have like the tokenizer. I want to start asking questions on an LLM level. I want to get more involved in like training runs. Um, and that requires fixing vault chat and like, getting things going, like getting missions, using the app, blah, 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 blah. Because like, how do I say it? Yeah, if I just like want to try like different like matrix representations, I have like ideas. So what if I brainstorm an idea, um, and now I don't know, I want Claude to try it out. I was like, I don't know, what if we tokenize differently? I don't know. What if I already don't like the fact that things are byte level? I don't know. Um, yeah. I think we're in a good spot. Um, Excited for tomorrow. Sorry, I think I want to recap one more time. Sudoku, tracing code, moving on to the professor's version, building my own from scratch, swap the order of those two, and bring back vibe coded AI research. You know, bring back discussion of transformers, architectures, JEPA. JEPA. Yes. What's it called? Is I want to, in the same sense I said, like, do I understand transformers? I want to bring back, do I understand JEPA? You know what I mean? That's like phase two. Is like world models. What does that look like? Um, Super exciting. I think today was good, worthwhile, and I'll see you tomorrow.